and welcome back to Sherwood Park Toyota. Today we're looking at a Toyota RAV4 Prime XSE Tech Pack in the color gray. Let's take a look. Starting up front, underneath the hood, we have the gas component of the hybrid energy system. It is a 2.5-liter 4-cylinder engine, automatic transmission, gets up to 302 horsepower, 165 pound-foot of torque, towing capacity up to 2,500 pounds. You also have an EV range up to 68 kilometers on EV alone, and a total driving range just under 1,000 kilometers with all of the different components combined. Up front here, you've got your LED headlights, customary daytime running lights, fog lights down below. Across the front bumper, you'll find these little round nodules. These guys are your front parking sensors. And then up front, underneath that blue Toyota hybrid logo, is the front-facing camera. Onto the side here, we've got 19-inch alloy wheels. Then on both sides of the front end, you'll find your plug-in hybrid badge. Side mirrors include integrated turn signals, blind spot monitoring, and then underneath you have additional cameras and puddle lamps to contribute to that surround view camera effect. On both of your front handles, you'll find these two double lines. We'll talk about these guys more on your driver's side. Heading back, all of your rear windows come with factory tinting, and then looking down below on both of your rear doors, you'll find your all-wheel drive badge. Up top, you have black roof rails. Now, on the passenger side rear quarter here, you will find this compartment. This is where you're able to access your rechargeable battery access. So this is where you're able to open it up. It goes inside of here. We have the plug inside. We also have videos showing more about this and explaining more about the plug-in hybrid system for the RAV4 Primes if you're interested in learning more about that. Now, moving further along the vehicle, on the back, you've got backup parking sensors just like you have in the front. Left-hand side, you have the RAV4 Prime badge. On the right-hand side, you have your XSE trim level badge. Underneath the rear logo is the backup camera. To open up your rear space, reach underneath the logo and press the button, and it should automatically rise up for you. So inside here, second row seating has a 60-40 split on the left, allowing each side to function independently. If you're wanting to lay your seat down flat, you can do so by releasing the handles in the top outside corner of the seat. Now across the back here we have the interior cargo cover. This guy extends outwards, locks into place on these little hooks on either side, and helps to keep private any goods that you have stored down below so that people aren't able to look in through your rear windows and see what goods you've got. Down here we've got quite a few things. This includes the RAV4 carpeted mats, you've got your interior cargo net, and then we have the recharging cord for the Prime itself. Again, we have videos showing you a little bit more information about this, including some of the information on technology and power allowances. Now, on the floor itself, as well as the back of the second row seats, you will find this RAV4 Prime branded rubber cargo liner. This guy has two jobs. First off, helps protect your vehicle from the cargo, provides a little bit of extra grip here, as well as having extra padding so that things aren't going to be getting damaged and also aren't going to damage the vehicle itself. Secondly, it helps to keep your space nice and clean. It is much easier to pick up, remove this out of the space, and rinse or shake any dirt or debris off of this versus things clinging to that carpeted interior. On the left-hand side, you'll find one of the JBL speakers. You have 11 of the JBL premium speaker sound system throughout this vehicle. In each one of the four corners, you'll find these silver tie-down hooks. You can use these guys to further secure your cargo load. You also have this little storage cubby on the right. You've got two different charger options and your interior lighting. If you're looking for your tire kit, look down at the ground. Underneath of the mat, you'll find this little tab. You can use this to lift up the false floor. Everything you need will then be stored right underneath. To close up your space back here, you have the optional kick sensor. You can reach up to the handles on either side or just press this electronic button here on the left. Next, let's go take a look at the inside. So in here, your interior upholstery is the black Softex leatherette. You have this red stitching to give it some color and contrast. In between the two sides, there is a folding down armrest / cup holder. This guy can easily be folded up and away if you're looking to increase seating capacity. Looking up overhead, there is a panoramic moonroof in here for everybody to enjoy. Then on the back of your front passenger and driver's seats, you have pouch storage. Back of the console, you have your air vent, and the chargers are down below. And looking at the ground, we have the RAV4 rubber mats installed inside the unit. Inside the door, you have your storage spaces, power window, and then heated seats One is available on each side here. Now, backing into these two double lines, these guys indicate keyless entry, so if you have the key fob on your person, you can tap your hand here or in here to lock or unlock your unit. Inside driver's door, you've got power windows for front and back, window lock, power lock system, side mirror controls. Up top is your memory seat settings, which of course means that you have electronic seat adjustment, back, front, up, down, and lumbar support. Got both your hood and gas release on the bottom left-hand corner of the dash. Top of that, you've got controls for dash brightness, automatic headlamps, defog for the rear windshield. You've got your surround view cameras here, so if you give that a press, you'll find your infotainment turn to this full surround view look of the vehicle. You can change your perspective at any point in time to get higher or lower, or even pause it to keep looking in the current direction you're facing. You have more adjustments for this in this little bottom icon. To get rid of the screen, you can press that same button we did to get it up here, or just the X in the top left-hand corner. Next to that, you've got your heated steering wheel, then you have your odometer, trip, and power trunk release, then you have a little storage cubby right up top here. Taking a look at the steering wheel, it is black leather with red stitching, just like your seats. Up top, you have paddle shifters. Left-hand side, controls for your dash display, hands-free communication, and volume control. Right-hand side, radio controls in the bottom, adaptive cruise control up top, including sonar and lane departure. Now on top of your dash, you'll find this little cutout that if you look straight forward right along where the tires are here, you can see some metrics being displayed. This is the heads-up display. Great little guy to have installed in the vehicle. The nice thing about this is it allows you to keep your eyes on some of that pertinent information that you need while driving without taking your eyes on and off the road to do so. Some of the information you can see displayed up here can include things like the compass, your eco mode, and of course your speedometer. In the middle here is your infotainment display screen. This is where you go to access much of the information about your daily driving experience. This is currently displaying your optional navigation. You can choose to connect this through Toyota Connected Services. Under that is your audio listening, AM, FM, and satellite radio. Full Bluetooth connectivity includes Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. And you've got optional USB adapters throughout the vehicle. In the middle is your Bluetooth connectivity for connecting your personal device. Then you've got a couple things in here. One, of course, is trip information. Then you have your energy flow. You're probably familiar with this diagram if you're familiar with a lot of the current Toyota hybrid models. So this just shows you in real time as different parts of the hybrid system communicate with each other. Right now, of course, we are parked and not moving anywhere, so there's not a whole lot to show, but different things will light up as they communicate with each other in real time. And of course, with the plug-in, you can also add the plug-in element here, showing you if it is currently charging. Underneath this is the charging schedule, so this can be really useful, especially when you are new to the game of having a plug-in hybrid. It just helps you to create a schedule for yourself, of course, so that there's not as much brain work going into things. And then underneath is all of your settings. So this includes everything from your personal profile, Bluetooth, general, notifications, display, vehicle customizing, info, security, etc. Left-hand corner, you've got your volume, you've got your four-ways in the middle. To the left is the push start ignition. Then you've got your climate control center right smack dab in the middle here. So dual climate control up front here, you can either have your temperatures synced up, or if you turn off the sync, you can then function independently. There's the optional Eco Heat Cool setting available with this unit. Next to that is the defrost for front and rear windshield. Underneath, we have 3 levels for both heated and cooled seats. Red button with the orange lights for heat, blue button with green lights for cool. Right-hand side, you have your AC 120-volt controls. Then you have your traction control on the left. Underneath, you have your 12-volt adapter and USB in the back. And then this space back here is a wireless charging pad. So it has a built-in tray design, so you don't have to worry about your phone flying out of that space when you're actually out on the road. It also means you don't have to worry about having charging cords on your person or in your vehicle ever again, unless that's, of course, your preference, in which case you do have chargers in the back here as well as some more inside of the console space. And if you don't want to be using this for the recharging purposes, you can just press that little power button. You'll see the light go off, and then the power supply has been cut to that little feature. Behind that, of course, you've got your gear shift, parking brake, and parking hold. You've got your driving options, so your auto EV and then your EV charge hold, eco, sport, and normal mode, as well as the trail mode at the bottom. Behind that is your cup holder spaces and the console itself. So this opens up inside. As you can see, we've got some chargers up front and then general storage down below. On the right-hand side, you've got the storage cubby that goes the whole way across the passenger side, lockable glove box down below. Up overhead on the rear view mirror, 1, 2, and 3 dots here, these guys are your garage door openers. Right now you've got a normal reflective rear view mirror, but if you flip the switch, it will turn to a camera view behind yourself. The reason this is so nice to have in here is that sometimes when you're driving, you either have people or cargo that are either fully blocking your view, partially blocking your view, or just being a general distraction when you're trying to keep an eye on the road. And if that is going on, you can just flip this switch. It'll turn to a camera view behind yourself instead. Then you don't have to worry about the distractions inside the cab affecting the safety of your driving abilities. On top of that, you've got your sunglasses compartment, SOS button, overhead lighting controls, and controls there for that panoramic moonroof. Thanks again, folks, for joining us on this full video tour for this Toyota RAV4 Prime XSE Tech Pack in the color gray. It is located here at Sherwood Park Toyota at 31 Automall Road in Sherwood Park, Alberta, Canada. You can also reach us at 780-306-7703. And remember, life is full of choices. Let us be yours.